Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Captain Wavy's Adventures. Today we are in the very historic town of Oysterville, Washington on the Long Beach Peninsula. We'll give you a rundown as we go along. Oysterville always puts out the pumpkins for Halloween. Sometimes they get picked up by Christmas. Lots of really cool old houses and stuff and history here in Oysterville. It's just a wonderful place. Awesome place, very beautiful inside. Oysterville used to be quite large at one time. There were docks that went out over the water, which extended the town extensively. There's the old Oysterville schoolhouse, still used for many functions, etc. We'll pan over to the bay side and try to get a better shot for you guys. Fidgetry. What's really cool about Oysterville is they still have some of the original Port Orford cedars that were planted here back in the day. These huge trees. These went all the way up and down the peninsula at one time through Ocean Park and all over the place. And over a period of time they've been removed. That sucks. Just beautiful old houses and stuff. Oysterville's, I would say, just a couple of feet off sea level. So it's pretty low ground up here and a lot of flooding in the heavy rains and stuff. Excuse my fidgetry. Here we're going to be coming upon the old Oysterville Sea Farms cannery. This is a beautiful place. There's the mighty Willapa from Oysterville. Out there in the bay you can see some dredges dredging the oysters. High tide, it always means dredging time, or any high tide work. There's Long Island to the south out there in the middle. Pretty dark and ominous in places yet after the big storm yesterday. The winds have died down extensively. Oysterville Sea Farms is going through a lot of litigation and stuff with Pacific County and stuff, trying to be able to operate their business, and a lot of court battles and stuff, and money being spent by the county trying to enforce old laws that don't really apply very well anymore without a proper restructuring of these old bylaws and stuff. Everybody in the community wants Oysterville Sea Farms to exist and thrive. It's an absolute jewel and an asset to the community. Anyway, we'll carry on the drive through Oysterville. Standing water, a lot of flooding, a whole bunch of rain. There went a red-tailed hawk. Oh, yeah, there he goes. Oh, swooping the crows. Wow. The crows are swooping the hawk. Huh. Cool. Probably hard to see. Huh. Some of the backside of some of the old historic houses. Like I say, Oysterville used to be quite large. All this flat area here you see was full of houses and docks extended out over the water. Oysterville used to be the Pacific County seat until a bunch of hooligans from South Bend in the night stole our county records from the old courthouse here in Oysterville. It has been in contention as to whether some of the residents here should get together and re-steal the county records and bring them back to South Pacific County and Oysterville, perhaps. That's where they belong, and that's where all the money and revenue is made in this county. A lot of conjecture about that topic. Anyway, carrying on now. Shot of some of the homes this time. Go a little bit slower. Ooh, a little wind damage last night. One of my favorites. We call it the bottle house. All the bottles in the window and stuff. Just love it. These beautiful old Port Arthur trees, cedar trees are just awesome. In order to live in Oysterville, you buy into the historic preservation aspect of things, and you have to build within the guidelines of the historic architecture standards with the local Oysterville community. Really a great bunch of people who live here. Really have a lot of concern and care for the beautiful community of Oysterville. Alright, that concludes today's trip to Oysterville, folks. Hope you have a great day and keep the shiny side up.